everyone, it's Mr. Hollywood, and today I'm giving my top 15 MLB players of the 1950s, and this is day 82 of my 200-day posting streak goal, and this is video 1 of video 2 and day 2 of my 5 doubleheaders. So, number 15, I'm going to go with Earl Wynn, who had a 3.56 ERA in the 50s and over 1,300 strikeouts in the 50s, so he was a great pitcher and one of the best of the 50s. Number 14, Warren Spahn, a 3.16 ERA and over 1,400 strikeouts in the 50s. That is pretty amazing, and he is my number 14. Number 13, Whitey Ford, a 2.66 ERA, not quite 1,000 strikeouts, but still, I think Whitey Ford is the best pitcher of the 50s. And number 12 is Al Kaline, who batted over 300, had an OPS over 860, and hit over 140 dingers during the decade. Number 11, I'm going to go with Roy Campanella, whose decade was cut short, unfortunately, but still had over 200 home runs, a 273 average, and over an 850 OPS, which is great for a catcher. Now, coming in at number 10, I'm going to go with Jackie Robinson, who, I mean, he didn't quite make the 40s list because he only played 3 years in the 40s. In the 50s, he did play the majority of the decade, but because he didn't play, like, the entire decade, that's the reason I couldn't really put him higher. But he still batted over 300 and still had an OPS over 860. Not necessarily a lot of power, but still, he was still the best second baseman of the decade, and he will still be in my top 10 of the decade. Now, coming in at number 9 is Eddie Matthews, who batted almost 280, had an OPS of over 900, and hit almost 300 home runs during a decade. For me, he was the best third baseman of the decade. Now, coming in at number 8 is Duke Snider, who I debated putting higher because his counting stats were better than a lot of these players. However, I still put him here at number 8. However, he did mash over 300 home runs in a decade. He had an average of 300 and an OPS of over 940. So, while I could maybe put him a few spots higher, I do think I will still put him here at number 8. Number 7, I'm going to go with Yogi Berra, who, I mean, until Johnny Bench, he was the best catcher to ever play in the MLB. And yeah, I mean, he had over 280 in the decade, had an OPS of over 840, and hit over 250 home runs in the 50s. I mean, yeah, Yogi Berra was definitely in a league of his own when it comes to catchers before Johnny Bench came around. But yeah, Yogi Berra was amazing. He will be number 7. Number 6, Ernie Banks, almost a 280 average, over an 865 OPS, over 220 home runs for the 50s. That was revolutionary for the shortstop at the time, and it really, I mean, showed that shortstops could be more than just small ball players and that they could have some pop too. So yeah, Ernie Banks was really the one that led the pack for modern day shortstops. So yeah, he is number 6 of the 50s. Number 5, Stan Musial, batted over 315, had an OPS of over 960, and still hit 244 home runs. Even though he wasn't really at his prime anymore, he was still great in the 50s. Number 4, Ted Williams. The only reason I'm not going to put him higher is because he's missed some significant time during the 50s. But he was still so good. I mean, over 1,100 OPS during a decade, almost 200 home runs despite missing some time, and an over 335 average, 336 to be exact. I mean, Ted Williams was so good. Yeah, he is number 4 of the decade. Number 3, Hank Aaron. Bad 323 of the decade. Had 179 home runs and 949 OPS. And while these counting stats eye to eye might not look as good as Ted Williams, Hank Aaron still played a significant more than Ted Williams. So, yeah, for me, Hank Aaron will be number 3 of the 50s. And if he debuted a little bit earlier, if he played the entire decade, he could have been number 2. Number 2, I'm going to say Willie Mays, who hit 250 home runs in the decade and batted 317 and had almost 1,000 OPS. Plus, I mean, arguably best center fielder, defender of all time. I think he's the best center fielder overall, but from the 1950s, he's number 2. But coming in at number 1 is also a center fielder who I think Willie Mays had a better career than them, but they were better during the 50s. Mickey Mantle, who had the best prime at the position. It's just, you know, as he aged, his legs weren't exactly in the best health. So it's like during the 60s, he still had a few prime years left, but his career was cut short. But in the 50s, he was great. I mean, Mickey Mantle hit 311 during the decade. He had 280 home runs and had over 1,000 OPS. Yeah, for me, Mickey Mantle was easily the best player of the 50s. He was just phenomenal. Now, thanks for watching, and peace out.